Thanks for being here.
It's his biggest fan.
5 guys, 2 girls, endless combinations, and more sex than Pittsburgh has ever seen. Welcome to the world of Queer as Folk. Join us, Star Inside, as we go behind the scenes for an in-depth look at TV's groundbreaking series, Queer as Folk. We join the cast for a script read-through.
Now, before we begin, guys, you are aware that Star TV is here.
And Hal Sparks stops at nothing for our set tour.
Oh, we can't even get in. Yes, we can. Come on, fly through. Here. Hand me the camera.
All this and more on Star Inside, Queer as Folk.
We did feel we had to match the British or better them. We also had to identify it as our own show. So we had those 2 objectives to do, and sometimes that was very difficult, to be your own show and also make sure that, you know, you're being respectful of the source.
Now, sometimes you're halfway through a shag and you just get bored of him. So you wank him off in a doorway and move straight on. Because you keep on looking. That's why you keep going out. There's always some new bloke, some better bloke, just waiting round the corner.
You are aware that Star TV is here, correct? Yes. Okay. So, give David Wellington's favorite direction, beginning with...
The screen is black.
Out of the darkness. We have our drag kings at Woody's. It's obviously one of those girls' nights, you know, dyke nights at Woody's, and the drag kings are singing Follow That Dream, and they're all dressed as Elvis impersonators. And as they're singing, we find that our gang is drinking beers and watching the show.
Follow That Dream.
Drag kings are singing.
When I read the initial script, I knew it was going to be big. I knew it was going to be shocking. I knew it was going to shift a lot of people in a positive sense, and I knew it was going to shock a lot of people who would drive them further into their negative feelings towards the gay community.
I was shocked when I saw 2 men on screen making love. It was the only opportunity I've had to see 2 men making love, because I've never seen that, and I don't rent gay men's porn or anything, so I've never seen it before.
I was impressed because I had already done 1 audition with a few sides, and you know, everybody my age and everybody been warning me how shocking it is. Be careful, be careful.
When I first read the script of the first episodes, I was really shocked and scared when I realized how graphic the show was going to be.
I think it's a pretty in-your-face, daring, uncensored version of gay life for a certain group of people at a certain age.
There have been comedies about homosexuality, but it's the first drama. It's the first show that takes homosexuality in the gay community seriously.
11, take 1.
Frank. And action.
So, what'd he say?
He accepted my portfolio. He said I could stay.
Sunshine! Oh, that's great, honey. Oh,
Even though we do have a lot of laughs on the show, it takes a very serious look at the gay world and these 5 extraordinary boys and the 2 women.
I play Michael, who's being gay is probably the smallest slice of his life. His focus is really on his friends and in taking care of his mother and being a comic book freak. Storyline-wise, Michael is the nucleus of the group. He's the person that we can all relate through to see the other characters. And those are my 2 buddies, Ted and Emmett.
Give me those divas of disco any day. Gloria Gaynor. Donna Summer. And Miss Alicia Bridges.
I love the night now. I like the boogie on the disco floor.
Somebody got lucky last night, huh?
More Rogers in my comic books.
The character I play on Queer as Folk, Brian, is a 30-year-old advertising executive from Pittsburgh.
If you want to be cool, you want to be popular, if you want to get laid, this is what you drink.
What about the model? Are you sure he isn't too,
gay?
Here's a character who is very sexual, very masculine. His energy is very, very masculine. And I think that people at first were very threatened by him because he's a character you've never seen before.
It's been a pleasure. Can be even more of one. Excuse me?
Take one.
He's the oldest of the group. He's 33, and he's stuck in that difficult place of being in a world that values beauty and youth, and he has neither of those, and still trying to compete, and unfortunately doesn't win very often.
You know, it is possible that someone could actually like you, you know.
Yeah, it's possible. However, I'm sure a statistical analysis would reveal that the probability of a guy named Blake who looks like that actually liking a guy named Ted who looks like me to be in the 0.05 percentile. In other words, practically zip.
Taught me how to be a new artist in ways that I never would have thought about it.
I play Emmett Honeycutt, who is certainly the most outrageous and flamboyant member of our little band of brothers.
Well, I could be a real man if I wanted to. You know, just lower my voice, stop gesturing with my hands, make sure my face is expressionless, never use words like fabulous or divine. Talk about, I don't know, nailing bitches and RBIs. But I'd rather my flame burn bright than be some puny little pilot light.
He's really happy and really of all the guys in the show likes himself better than anybody.
What are you doing with your arm?
I call it the praise Jesus.
Cash, just so you know, we're just going to be waiting.
I guess the component that Justin plays in the show, he's the young character. He's the adolescent. He starts the series 17, and he's 18 now. And he has a relationship with the lead character, Brian.
Here's a kid who wasn't one of these kids who was running around thinking he was gay and wanting to commit suicide. I mean, he went, if anyone's a predator, he went after Brian. And he's thrilled with his life. I mean, this is something, all he had to do was cross that street and go to that bar for the first time, and he's home.
She is an art teacher, and she's has a relationship for quite a few years now with Melanie Marcus, who is the love of her life.
She's pretty honest and human and passionate, and she loves Lindsay.
Gus belongs to us, and that's why we had him.
Well, you had him. Aside from saying push and breathe, I really didn't have that much to do with it.
They may never photograph, but this is Robbie's Gale.
Debbie is Michael's mother, and Debbie also works in the diner where they hang out. And Debbie is kind of the mother to all of them.
You're in a mood.
Goddamn Brian.
What'd you do this time?
Never mind.
I wish you wouldn't let him get to you. But he always does.
Debbie's scenes are very funny, usually. I mean, she's got a mouth on her. I mean, things coming out of Debbie's mouth are different than if they came out of the boy's mouth.
Damn, honey. You should try to eat some of your protein off a plate.
I read that for every 30 pounds you lose, you gain an entire inch of cock.
So if you just drop another 90 pounds, you'll have a 4-inch pecker.
Coming up on Star Inside, how Sparks takes us on the ultimate set tour.
The shower actually takes you out into a hallway. It's
It's an escape route.